Don't blink, it's your brain clock over controversial. Because you're doing well because they're having a wonderful day on this 13 June 2005. Yeah. We just woke up. Welcome. Sorry, but I want to do content, so let's fucking go. Sorry, guys. I'm tired of the. Come on, okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Wait, you disappeared for how? niet? Is het nu? Waar is het nu? Ines. Stop out. Is het nu? Stop out. Stop it. Don't blink, you should blink. Welcome to the Computer Show. Continuing walk because I'm having a wonderful day on this 17th June 2025. About to be filming a bunch of videos, so just woke up. Enjoy. One of the first that we didn't film a lot, but again, the phone were full, first of all. Second of all, it wasn't supposed to be nice outside until it was, so enjoy it. Pretty tired, to be honest. Okay, let's go. Stop complaining and work. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the show. Continuing up because I'm having a wonderful day on this 17 June 2025. Just woke up. It is sunset. I woke up at 6 this morning. Right now it is 8 o'clock, so feeling like sleeping, but they got work to do. I got works to do. So let's work. Let's just do a little intro. I got a couple of videos to do. I got a lot of videos to do actually, but it's all about timing. So it is 8 o'clock, 8:11 right now. I'm gonna be finished by 9:40, so I can watch the battles and play some Fortnite. So that is gonna be some chilling, and hopefully we have enough content to upload. See, I didn't think I was gonna be this tired, so we upload so much content today that I'm not gonna have content to upload tonight. At the same time, yesterday we were supposed to upload, so the fact that it didn't fuck us over. So maybe it's good that I have a couple of days where I force myself to post everything, right? So pretty simple day, pretty simple videos. Bit nervous because we got a new job offer, so we're gonna have to talk about that. Got a couple of videos to do, and I think it should be okay, right? Let's wake up. Let's eat some macaroni and cheese with adobo spices, which is phenomenal. Thanks, mom. And that's pretty much it. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the show. Because we walk together having a wonderful 7th June 2025. Today we are opening up the package. I have a new job possibility, so my mom was like, hey, let me help you with that. So she sent me a couple of things. We're gonna see what they are. I believe I know what they are, but I'm not completely sure. We have these because she saw me working out. She saw me do. This is the sweetest mom of all. She saw. I'm sorry. I just woke up. She saw me work out once, which was yesterday. Posted a video about working out once yesterday, and she bought me some chocolate. Well, not chocolate bar, but pure protein bars. So they are birthday cake. A lot of company does birthday cake flavor. So I'm excited to try these. However, it's really gonna be when we work out a little bit more, and it's really gonna be about when we lose some weight. Because right now, no matter what I do, I'm gonna be losing some weight. So let's do a little bit more protein. Now we do have nice. We do have Ant's Performance Quench, essential amino electrolytes. So that's super cool. Look at this. Wow, that's good. See, you can tell that I have a better reaction for this than the other one. The one I love this, but it's a 10 bars versus this one was gonna be. It is 30 serving, right? 30 servings of Quench Aid Pink Lemonade. Rich up complete blend of all 9 essential amino acids. Powerful hydration. We'll do a review for that, but there you go. So that's super kind. So thanks, mom. And she even. Sent me some gift cards because she's happy that I'm working, so I'm super thankful. See, it is thoughtful. It's just the fact that she was happy, she was proud, and just like me, sometimes when you're happy and you're proud, you tend not necessarily to you're like, yo, I need to do something to say thank you. I need to do something to show that I'm grateful, that I'm sure that I'm happy. So we got it seemed like a hefty envelope. I don't know what's in there. But again, wasn't necessary. Thanks, mom. I'm spoiled, rotten. Got a couple of cards. We got, dude, we have a 25 from McDonald's, which we'll be doing. McDonald's also always have a bunch of really cool promotion, so this is gonna be good. We have a Tim Horton. Tim Horton we do have a lot, so this is good. And it's not the place where we go the most, so it's not a place where I'm like, oh my god, I need to buy. It's just something. And to me, these two, so the McDonald's for 25, it's like a meal. We went out for the Minecraft special. We got a trio, which with an ice cream. It was 28, so that's a meal. Tim Horton, with the money. I don't know how much it is, but this is gonna be a lot, you know. So this is super grateful, and A&W. So that's always super nice. You didn't have to, mom. Wow. You know, it's just thoughtful. It's just thoughtful. I had a problem with my neighbors today, and it was hard to be a nice person. But I'm being taught. I was raised into being nice, so you know, being thoughtful, being generous. Yeah, this definitely inspirational. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't Link, it's your boy Link. Welcome to the Third Show. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 17 June 2025. Today we are doing a taste test. My mom sent me a care package, but she thought I was working out. She said it's important that you hydrate yourself, Steph, which is my real name. So I was like, yes, mom. And she said, I sent you something, which is Quench. Pink lemonade. So never had Quench. You can see this size, which is crazy. This is 30 serving. Pink lemonade, one of my favorite flavor. We usually go with Crystal Light. This is a bit more sports related, so we like that. Quench EAA is a complete blend of all 9 essential amino acids and a powerful hydration matrix. Each group is loaded with 10 grams of amino acid, including 8.75 of EAAs. I don't know what that is. 7 are muscle building, 7 grams. The Quench contain energizing B vitamins and critical electrolyte to fuel the most grueling of workout and help athletes train harder and recover faster. So this is kind of funny because she thought I was working out. She's like, oh, you did workout, I'm gonna get you something. And I was like, thank you, mom, but I only worked out once. Which is not true. We worked out twice, but she told me yesterday, which I only had worked out once. So we're gonna taste this pink lemonade. Not my favorite. Not my favorites. You know what? Pink lemonade is. It's kind of complex because when you think about your favorite, you would go with I don't know. You would go with peach. You would go with. Pink lemonade isn't your first choice, but at the same time, it is extremely good. So like, okay, that's cool. So, as we always do, those I had problem with the neighbors today, and now you hear scream. So, I don't think we ever had Quench. See, this is somewhat of a energizing powder. When it comes to these, we had G Fuels and we had mixed. Definitely bigger fan of mixed. Is it bigger fan of G Fuel? Sorry. So this one, the biggest pro, is the spoon is kind of here, right? So it's on top. Usually you have to fight with it. You have to really fight and try to find the scoop. This one is on top. Now I have a problem with this because every single thing has a different size scoop. It's like, ooh, is that the right size? You know? But let's try it out. I'm excited. We have a liter of water. Is there I had one scoop into 270 and 50 milliliters of cold water. Bullshit. This is way too much for. Yeah, she came knocking at my door today. The neighbors giving me shit. Fuck you. It smells really nice. It smells a bit chemically. Not that I didn't like mix, but mix made the mistake of buying a lot of them. We made the mistake of buying a lot of them, and because we bought a lot of them, I was how can I say that? We bought a lot of them, and we didn't really taste it. So when we start tasting 1, 2, 3, like, oh my god, I don't like this, you know. So this was a mistake. I often impulse buy, and this was one of them. So this is 1 liter, but we did about I want to say 750 or 800 milliliters. Don't have the best of Mister, but let's go. Pink lemonade quench. Let's freaking go. It's good. It's good. Very lemonade-y. Very juicy. I don't know what it tastes like. I don't know what it tastes like. A strong flavor of pink lemonade for sure, but there's more than that. It's almost as a it's very similar to mix actually. I don't know what it tastes like. It's sweet. See, I was expecting more of a sour flavor, which we don't get. It's very chemically like mixed. It feels, maybe this is powder. This is normal for powder. It does taste a little bit like Gatorade, which makes sense because there's also powder for Gatorade. But yeah, it's a great flavor. And ultimately speaking, without being a dick, most of these are just to serve a purpose. So hey, this is good for a workout and has a little bit of taste. When you work out and you have protein shake, they taste good. Do they taste great? Most of the time, no. So yeah. Anyway, it's good. It's good. I like it. It's not my favorite by far, but it's good. So anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink, it's your boy Hank. Welcome to our show. Hope you guys are doing well, because are having a wonderful day on the 17th June 2025. Today we got some good news. Today we have a couple of videos to do, but most of all, I'm going to be eating, so please forgive me for eating. Your boy is hungry. We have the neighbors, they're loud, so you might hear them, but hey, what am I supposed to do, right? So today we received a call. So as I mentioned before, long story short, Friday we received a call and say, "Hey, Mr. Amazing Human Being, thank you. I heard that you're looking for work." And I was like, "Well, I give you a CV, so that's how you heard it. I would like for you to call me back." Now, I was sleeping. I woke up at like 5:00 p.m., which is not true. We woke up at 4:30 p.m. and I thought she was leaving at 5. So I was like, "Oh, I'm sleepy, but I have to call before she leaves." So I called. There's no news. Sadly, the vocal message I left in my book was a mixture in between a H.P. Lovecraft masterpiece, I must say, and a drunken Londonian, a person from London, at 5 a.m. in the morning. You know. One of those two. Funny thing is, I believe H.P. Lovecraft was also from London, so you know what I mean. But yeah, so I called, and Monday, which is yesterday, this place I used to work at. They're not open the weekend, so I know that she was gonna call on Monday. She didn't call on Monday. For me, it was a sign of, dude, your voicemail was so shitty, they didn't call you, right? So I'm like, okay. C'est la vie. Then she called me today, and she called me, and the funniest thing is, yesterday I fell asleep without predicting it, so I woke up today at 6:00, which is very normal. Felt weird not to be weird. Not a sponsor, but Quench Pink Lemonade. Buy it in a store at a Costco near you. So she called me, and I was like, "Hey, how are you?" And it's funny because I have a kind of a bullshit. I have a caller ID. So she called me, and it's for the company that I'm working at. Now, I'm not gonna be able to tell you the name of the company because most of you guys are amazing. Some of you guys are insane. Not in a good way too. So I'm not gonna tell you the company. My apologies, sorries. So they called me. They said, "I have an interview on Thursday at 11:00. Now, this interview is kind of special because it's a group interview. So I think that they're going to be hiring a couple people. Otherwise, why? So they're going to... I have to meet them at 11. It said for it to an hour and a half, possibly to 12:30. Then I'm going to be met individually. So yeah. And that is pretty much it. So how do I feel about this new job? Well, you know... it's a good thing that you ask because last week I was struggling a lot with purpose and meaning to life, and mom macaroni. Um, and then I called a call for this company, and this company is a very complex story. Um, um, I think we have to go back into a very young, very young ink. Very young, very good looking. Thank you for asking. Thank you for saying so. I went to the apartment. So when I went to the apartment, I was getting jobs, and it's funny because I was lacking confidence loss, self-confidence loss, which made me shy. I wanted to try to talk to people. I was trying to ask people for stuff. When I needed a job, it was a nightmare. I'm eating because we didn't have time to eat yet. It was a busy day. So I had a couple of jobs. Turned out they're not super good. I end up in an agency, temporary agency, and the temporary agency. A lot of people are talking shit about agency company. My personal experience is good, so I'm not. I'm happy about my experience. Was it always perfect? No. Was it always the best? No. Was it a horrible thing? No. It was nice. So, this is a couple company, right? The first company is really nice. Really, really nice. But it's too far. I swear to God. This is a true story. I would have to do an hour and 10 minutes from my home to the metro station. And then we would be picked up by someone. And we would have to do another 20 minutes, 40 minutes by car. It was nuts. I was like, okay, but this is too far for me. The second one, I don't remember what he sent me because, guys, that was more than 10 years ago. And the third one is where they're sending, I'm possibly working now. My company was 20 minutes away. Walking. That's insane. That is insane. 20 minutes walking. It was close by. It was a really good salary. And even then, this was the company I made the most cash at. I made the most cash at. Now, I know what you're gonna say. Ink, didn't you make a lot at your last company? I made more, of course. That was hired. As a agency company, this is the place I made the most money at. And not only that, is they had a lot of overtime. They also have 3 shifts, so morning, afternoon, and graveyard. And they made me work in night shift and morning shift. I prefer night shift. They would hire a lot of. It was just a nice company. It was just super nice. It was this place as a professional experience was extremely fulfilling. Extremely fulfilling because I was and I'm not trying to be a dick, but I used to work at IG, I used to work at AEW, right? Which are great companies. And I love it, but did I see myself doing long term? No. It was just like a job to pay the bills. When I went to the agency, they would send me to workshop. My father worked in a workshop. My mom, she didn't, but my dad did. So I was like, okay, well, this could be a long term thing, right? So I go in with that mentality, and I'm like, for the first time in my life, I'm like, okay, well, this could be long term. I was gonna say the name of the company. This company is the first place that I felt value as a employee, and there was 2 things that really made me feel valued, and that was crazy. First of all, it was a company that I saw myself working long term. Like, okay, well, this would be cool. Second of all, it is the first company where I stayed for a while. I stayed for like a year. And then I made a mistake, which cost me the job, which we're gonna talk about. We are gonna talk about, and it's a mistake that's very human, but So I go in, and I'm going in, and I'm going in with a group of people, and now, little by little, I'm seeing those people leave. Then I start asking around, hey, where does this guy go? Where does this other guy went, right? And they tell me they got fired. So they were firing employees. And they were firing employees from agency, which was I. And I didn't get fired. I'm like, holy shit. First of all. Second of all, they're like, hey, we need you under the shift. So I'm like, okay, well, they're not firing me. They transferring me because they see value in me. It was also some of the first. I'm gonna say a word that should not exist. Positive injustice at work, in the sense of I had bosses calling by my name, and actually there was this guy Ali, and he would ask me what I was doing. He would, my name. I would make jokes. He would laugh, and it's so fucking funny because this is bad though. This is bad. We were two people, and I was making a joke, and we were talking, and he started laughing. He said, "That's a good one." I said, "Oh, thank you." And the other guy said, "Yeah, it's a good one." I said, and then he said, "Who asked you?" I said, "Okay, whoa." So it was one of the first companies I saw myself long term. Now I have to be honest, 21, 22 years old, because this is where I worked. I worked there. Oh, why did I get fired? I start asking about when am I gonna get hired. I start asking when I'm gonna get hired, which you can't do. You can't do. It feels like you're complaining. So, 21 years old, 22 years old, Inc. was very, very different than I am right now. Very insecure, very shy about the world. Not shy in the sense of I can't talk to people, but shy in the sense of, well, very reserved too. Yeah, we're very reserved. Missing parties because I got invited because I was shy with other people. You know, some weird stuff. So when I lost that job, it was the first job. I was like, holy shit, I lost it. It was a good job, but it was tougher. It was also the first job where I had people that I didn't really like working with, some assholes, and it was just about pushing through. Just talking about asshole. This morning I got a call. This is insane. This is insanity. I got a call at she called Isa. I got to call her ID and I said, "Oh, I recognize your voice," which is not true. Because she called me last week, and she got a call, and then I got a call from another number that I didn't recognize, and I answered. It's the bully I used to work with, and this time I was in a good mood. I talked to him. It was nice. It was nice. I'm not mad at him anymore, but still. So this company taught me a lot. It taught me a lot, and I was a bit more desperate. I think it's the word. I was desperate. It's a perfect sentence actually, and now I'm desperate again. And as a desperate person, I will be working possibly at a desperate place. It's not a bad company, but it's not healthy. You know what's that? You know the craziest thing? They just call me to say we'll do a training what the company offers. So it could be a long-term thing, and it's nuts. It's nuts. BCT, which is the company that I was working for, is the first company that I worked at since this other company, and out of every single place that I did with the agency. By the way, I did a while. I did 4 years at agency. She came knocking at my door today to say, "Hey, you're talking too much." Yeah. That being said, I only had two companies that I saw myself long term, and if we're being transparent, I feel bad about this. See, this is my fault, but not my fault. With agency, I worked there for a long time, and it was constantly like, "Hey, we like you working with us, but we don't like you working enough. We like you working for us, but we don't like you working for us enough to hire you. So it's constantly mentality of I'm not gonna get hired, right? And I was gonna say the name again. This company that I'm possibly gonna work is the first company that was like, okay, well, I really want to get hired, and it's funny because it's toxic. It's really toxic. And my father was like, don't work there, don't work there, don't work there, and I'm like, that I like it, you know. And then PCT was a company that I would have loved to be hired at, but there was very little hope. So when I got hired, it's kind of crazy. The boss, he called me in his office and he was like, hey, I want to hire you. And jaw dropped. And I didn't even realize that I was being offered a job. But I didn't even want that job. I was happy working there regardless, right? Now, I did a lot of application. My last application that I did, because it was last resort, was this company. And they called me, right? I'm a bit more desperate, but I'm a bit more... I have a little bit more standards when it comes to work. I have a little bit more standards. I don't want to kill me with toxic fumes. What they're doing is they have the huge piece of metal, and they'll dip it in acid, and they're not roasting, which is good. And that's the whole thing, but it's very toxic. There's a lot of fumes. In the summer, it's not too bad because they open the garage door. In the winter, it's constant, you know. So when they call me Fridays, I was like, do I really want to work there? And I talked to my parents, and my parents were, and this is unbelievable, but my parents are constantly asking me, hey, when are you working? When are you finding a job? And then I call them and say, hey, I got an interview, don't go there, don't work there. But I mentioned this before, there's two edge. If I'm working there short term, what is the description of short term? Is it 2-3 years? I don't know. I think there's a period of time where I'm gonna move. And I'm gonna be like, yo, this is permanent damage. It's like, and I know I'm not saying smoke cigarettes, but I'm gonna saying that in 10 years, but there is a amount of cigarettes I can smoke that is gonna be harmless to you, you know? For example, weed. When you smoke weed, there's something in the weed that makes you high. And if you smoke, I think it's once every 3-4 days, you're good. It's not gonna affect you long term. If you smoke every day though, it's gonna affect you. So short term, but it would be like a really good job. They have opportunities, they have insurance, they have overtime. If I'm being completely honest, the ultimate goal is to see how it goes. If I like it there and I'm willing to accept the negative and the positive, of course, I'll work there long term. And if I'm not, I'll be working there for as long as I need to get as much money with overtime and working until I get a nice little nest. I'll get a nice little nest, and then I'll quit. Make content, and then if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And that's pretty much it. So, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Wish me luck. It's not because I'm asking you guys to wish me luck, but I don't even know if I want to work there. Most of the places I applied to were wants versus needs. I want to work there versus a need of I need to work, you know. And this is a place that I applied with the mentality of I need to work. And that's it. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 17th June 2025. Today we're having a wonderful day. There is great weather outside. And we are finally finishing Kenny vs. Penny. It's been a while. I took a break from it. Now we're gonna do something special. I was gonna do a video in itself. However, I only have 2 episodes. Well, technically 3, but technically 2. It's 2 different competition, but it's 3 episodes. So we only have those 3 to do. So I'm possibly gonna do the pandemic special and the Christmas special. Let's shake things up a little bit. Let's go with the pandemic special. Let's go with the Christmas special. I'm gonna go with, you know what? I could do that. Let's open up with pandemic special. And dude, I'm on the balcony and I'm getting destroyed by mosquito. It is bad. It is bad out there. I'm gonna do one of these special episodes, the episode of season 6, and then Christmas special. I would like to keep it for last. So pandemic special is a very, very cool thing. Because it's a special that CBC did during the pandemic. CBC is kind of a super important television channel. It is very, very important because it's governmental, but it's also like if you cannot afford cable, it's one of the channels that you get. It is the base TV, but it's still TV, you know. So pandemic special feels very cool because you're seeing how the pandemic hits. You get people kind of like a vox pop, if you will, which is cool. But you really get a idea of the pandemic. Now the pandemic was years ago. Let's move on. Let's not talk about it. However, it was a reality. It was part of our reality as something we went through, you know. So it is cool that we have historical footage of it. Pandemic special is actually really cool. You're seeing the boys, how they are. You're seeing the boys how they evolved. Kenny now has been more calm. He's now a father. He now has a wife, couple businesses, couple of houses. Spenny is in a bad position. Made some bad financial choice. Fell for a Ponzi scheme. Now, if you would ask me what's a Ponzi scheme, I don't know if I could answer it. Yo no soy un scammer. But you know what? ChatGPT will tell us the way. The tower. Okay, so what is a Ponzi scheme? Ponzi scheme is a fraudulent investment operation where the operator pays return to the investor for their own money or money from new investor, rather than from profits earned through limited activity. These schemes rely on a constant influx of new investor to sustain the illusion of profitability and to pay off early investor. When a scheme can no longer attract enough new investors and a large number of existing investors try to withdraw their money, the scheme collapses. How it works: a Ponzi scheme operator typically promises a return when little or no risk by the investor. Then they use the money from the investor to pay return to earlier investor, creating the appearance of a successful investment. Wow, this is nuts. So basically, a bank. Banks are large scale Ponzi scheme. See, if you go, and why am I saying that? Because if you go to your bank establishment and you ask for a large amount of money, they don't have it. Guys, I'm getting destroyed. You see me itching myself? This is bad, guys. This is mosquito bite. So it's really bad, but at the same time, who cares? So he fell for a Ponzi scheme and lost all of it. His wife took a large portion of it. It's really bad for him. So we're seeing how this guy evolved, and the whole show is about Benny wanting to make another season. And Kenny's like, no, not really. I don't want to make another season. So the whole time, Kenny's like, okay, well, convince me that we can make a new season. So the whole time it's about humiliating Spenny. So he makes him eat a roll of paper toilet. There's a bunch of things that happens. And the pandemic, I didn't like the pandemic special. The pandemic special is a great episode of Kenny vs. Penny. It would be, if you put this in season 6, I would have loved it. But it's just weird because those guys really got older. So there's a large difference in the amount of time passed between. So this is not good. Not good in the sense of you can tell there's a lot. For example, Trailer Park Boys, there was 15 years between season 7 and season 8, so you can tell. so you have that. Uh, it's it's cool because it's new material, but it's not cool because it is single episode. The episode feels like the beginning of a new season, but there's no season, so you're left very hungry. And in this one, it sucks because you see a very desperate Spenny, so you feel bad for Spenny, but it's also like there's something I saw ultimately a lot. See, this Kenny vs. Penny, and this one was season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, making fun of Penny, making fun of Penny, making fun of Penny, and then stop making fun of Penny just to make fun of Penny 10 years ago, 10 years later. So I'm seeing a physical evolution of the characters, but I'm not seeing an emotional maturity response to their age. So that kind of sucked. Now, for season 6, we got Who Does Black Guy Likes Better? And again, I told about this, I started this video, couldn't finish it because no batteries. It feels very weird because of how it's brought up. It's really awkward. So, 3 guys are gonna come and they're gonna spend time with Kenny versus Penny and say, hey, who was cooler? You know? And they're loud, this is loud, this is not ideal. Not ideal. So, they started. The first day is actually Penny. And the funny thing is, you see Kenny disguised as a maid. So they started that Penny had a maid when he was younger, and she kind of raised him, and she was black. So Kenny does a blackface, which is super cancelable. But then again, we're in 2008. So you could get away with more on TV. I'm gonna be eating because I didn't finish eating, and this is my only like free time of the day, dealing with full storage, and a solely neighbor. So, oops, it's Penny. Kenny disguised himself and this blackface, but he's trying to reproduce the maid that he had, and Penny wonders what he's doing, and he thinks that Kenny is trying to make him feel bad about having a black maid. But now, here's again where I have to side with Penny. He didn't have a black maid. His family did. I believe there was some sort of love between the two of them, where she was almost an aunt, you know. The kid doesn't care about color. A kid cares about, hey, where this person loves me. Drinking quench, pink lemonade. So he does this, and then so Penny goes in. He's talking to the G guys. Yeah, this is the prologue of the show. Kenny fucks up, so Penny insults him. Penny like it because he can humiliate Kenny, but Kenny plans everything. So we have to retreat. So I think that's a retreat. And actually, some good question being asked in the retreat. It's actually some good questions like, why not I have black friends? And one of the guy, and it's kind of crazy because so they bring the three dudes, which was really cool because usually, well, no, that's not true. Usually there's 3 people, disabled, old people. There's 3 people, and you do 3 people because you say, okay, well, if one votes for Spenny, if one votes for Kenny, 3 is the least we can do without having draws. But sadly, one of them doesn't talk a lot. I think he says 1 or 2 things. So I'm like, okay, well, you know. So Spenny goes in the retreat and is like, why don't I have black friends? And the youngest of the black guys, he says, maybe you find that you have more in common with your Jewish friend, you know? And there's some good question, and it kind of goes too far because Kenny dressed up as a KKK. Spenny dressed up as a KKK. Spenny does. And he's like, I want to do like shock value, shock culture. How do you feel about that? Can we break down the walls? Can someone who's wearing like that, can we be friends with each other if I wear that? And it's just weird. It's just really, really weird. and that is Kenny things. While yeah, no, this is Penny's thing. Sorry. While Penny is out, Kenny goes to see to have a black maid to clean the house because he feels bad. Um, there's more to that, but we'll leave it at for that. We'll leave it there for now. Kenny goes in and he just chill with the guys. They have meals, and Kenny's like it's awkward, and that's self awareness. Um, when it's awkward is because not because they don't talk with each other, but because the whole competition is awkward. It's like on paper this look good, but in reality this is a bit weird. Um, so then they have a comedy show. They make fun of each other. So Kenny makes some jokes about black people, but then he makes some joke about he makes some joke about Jewish people, and then it's so funny because the three guys goes on scene, and they make jokes. It's like a comedy skit, and it's just great because this is um this whole episode is about racism. Let's me be misogynistic. It's a really a dude's thing to tease each other. So at the end of the show, it's like I have to show you this. So Kenny, he did a montage where he takes the reaction of Spenny when he was a black maid or blackface maid, and just Spenny screaming at him and insulting him because he was breaking. So what he does is he cleans. And then he'll take like a plate, like a portion plate, and he'll throw it on the ground, and it'll break. And I'll be like, "Oh, dude." And then Spenny's like, "You fucking idiot." So then he made a montage, and he actually films the maid and how she works, and it makes it seem like Spenny is talking shit to the it's talking shit to the girl. So at the end, Spenny seemed super racist. And that's pretty much it. That's the episode. And now we're gonna move on to. We can stay on the line in the longest. We can say that on the line in the longest is a episode that is kind of special because it is the last episode ever of Kenny vs. Penny, and the canonical order of things and the chronological order of things, and it's just like a big goodbye party. The crew goes to a place, and they're supposed to do island and be in a survival, right? And they're surviving on an island, and they don't have. And when you look at it, I got my friend Janice, who was a huge fan of Survivor, and they're doing the same thing as Survivor, without the totem of what should we call it? Indemnity. I don't know how to say it. I don't understand English. What you call it? Safety idol? I don't know. I don't know what you call it. But yeah, so they play that. So they go to the island, and Kenny's like, "Yo, let's just have fun," and the whole show feels like a party. And then Kenny doesn't want to leave because he said, "Guess where we at? We're on the line already. So the competition is when we leave this island, and there's resorts here. We can just party." So Spenny's like, "No, this is not the spirit of the competition. I want to survive." So he goes in. He refuses to go to the resort. Just Kenny having parties. Spenny being stubborn, right? And how can I say that? Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just it's kind of like a boring competition because you just see the guys working, and Spenny, you feel bad because Spenny feels like he needs to make the competition because he feels a need to have a show. He feels a need to. I don't know. This is his purpose. The competition is to see. Spenny would be the guy at work who cannot enjoy a party, a work party. Yeah. At the end, what they do is, Spenny's like, "Oh fuck it, let's celebrate. Who cares? What is the meaning of this in 10 years? Who's gonna remember this in 10 years?" So they go to swim, and Spenny, what he does is Spenny swims very very far, and because he swims very very far, he technically leaves the island. Compared to Spenny who didn't leave, compared to Kenny who didn't leave the island. That's pretty much it. Is humiliation is he gets sprayed. Yeah. Now for the Christmas special, which is the ending, it is a very weird episode. The Christmas special, I don't like it, but I love it. I don't like the feeling of it. So it's two dudes that have to stay in a Christmas tree the longest. It's a lot of like animosity. It's a lot of held up feeling, pent up feelings. It's a lot of I'm mad at you and you never did this. When it's the competitions, for example, you got classical Kenny who's trying to fuck with Penny by sending in little people, by sending in Camel. It's just hilarious. And it's just a weird competition, but there's a lot of fighting. The crews get super involved. Where like Spenny was another good boss. It was a good boss. They showed a trailer. It really feels like this is them saying, "Let's do whatever the fuck we want." So we get a trailer and we get to see Kenny trailer, we get to see Spanish trailer and how it is. You get the crew, what they are. You get cameos from other people that were in the shows. It was really cool. What I like about the Christmas show is these two Jewish guys that are supposed to they're supposed to celebrate Hanukkah, but they're celebrating Christmas. So I thought it was really cool because it's kind of, I don't know, comedic, I guess. But there's so much kids. For example, there's the Zodiac Killer who kills Santa Claus. There is what's we call it? The Yarp Yarp who eats Santa Claus. What else? Yeah, there was a couple of clips. There was a couple of skits that were really cool. The Christmas special just feels like it's a ending. Oh yeah, there's this. I don't remember the name of the writer, but the Christmas Carol. Yeah. So the Christmas past, Christmas present, Christmas future, which is super popular. That's pretty much it, to be honest. It's not my favorite episode because of the emotion that are portrayed in the show. I think it just feels sour. It feels sour, just like the Pandemic did also. The Pandemic also felt sour, so the two of them felt sour. And technically speaking, the Christmas special isn't canon. Well, it is canon, but it's not in this season. So I would have preferred a better ending, a kind of like a more positive ending, a more wholesome ending. I don't know. It's like other shows that are having a finale, and like, oh, this is the show ends. Then the two finale they have, it just felt bitter, you know. It just felt like, okay, well, but then again, when you look at the spirit of Kenny versus Penny, the spirit is that the spirit is two guys humiliating each other and competing against each other, right? And it cannot be finishing in a positive manner. It cannot be finishing on a good note. So that's pretty much it. And there you go with our Kenny versus Penny ending. It was good. It was a good sixth season. Again, there's some show that I loved, some show that I didn't like. Do I think that there's possible that I have 6 seasons of, let's say, 12 episodes and general? Do I think that I'm able to have 6 seasons times 12? This 72 episodes that I love? No, but I think the show is well balanced. There's a lot of show that I like, there's a lot of show that I didn't like, and it is very pleasant. But it's not very pleasant because we did a show that we like. Very pleasant because this is my second recap or review, and it's very different from the first one. And I think this is worth it. I think this is special. I think this is cool. So, this is it. Anyway, I'm annoying them, so before they came to the apartment today to knock at the door and say, hey, you talk too much. Dude, I'm outside. I'm gonna do what I want, okay? So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching the whole thing, hopefully. It's crazy to think that the entire thing of my recaps of Kenny vs. Penny is I think, kind of 10 hours. At the very least 10 hours, which is unbelievable. And that's pretty much it. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to another show, welcome to another video. We are doing well because I'm having a wonderful 17th June 2025. Today we're reviewing, not really recapping, giving our thoughts after watching Trailer Park Boy Jail. So Trailer Park Boy Jail was a show we watched, was released, if it wasn't yesterday, it was the day before. It was 2 days. It was 2 days of Trailer Park Boy, complete watched. It is 18 episodes of 30 minutes, so it's about 9 hours, yeah. First time watching, however, it was special because when I had the Trailer Park Boy gel, I thought it was going to be the short because we saw the shorts, but it was complete episode, and we had 2 seasons. So watching those two was really good. It was some new stuff which I didn't watch, so that was kind of cool. What else? Did I like it? Yes, I liked it. It was different. We got to see some members of the cast. For example, we got to see Trin, we got to see Jacob, we got to see Corey, we got to see Lucy. No, not Lucy. Haha. We got to see Sarah, and we got to see Randy. I think I liked it. I don't know if I liked it as much as that season. Well, first of all, there was some new stuff, so that's always positive. Second of all, it was out of the park, which felt really weird. The whole thing for jail is actually quite nice because the boys spend so much time in jail, so it would be cool that we do a show in jail, you know? Sorry about this. I need to make more lights. Yeah, so it's odd because I'm talking about a show that I know so much, but I know so little about. And there's also the fact that I only watch it once, but I binge watch it. So then there's a question of, can you really enjoy a show if you binge watch it? I don't know. Trying to figure out where I would put this. I would definitely put this. I wouldn't put this as better as the original season. I would definitely put this as good as some of the old newer stuff, and I put this above season 9. I would put this above I would put this above season 7 and season 9 for sure. It's actually it's the same character that we like, but in a different setting. It's the same thing that we adore. Some schemes, some Ponzi scheme, a lot of fucked up shit. Again with drugs, but it's nice. I like it. It is a new side of the boys that we didn't see. The show feels, in a positive way, very Trailer Park Boy, but very, very natural. So, for example, we lost Marguerite, rest in peace, and we lost Leahy, John Dunsworth, rest in peace. So I didn't mention those two. It's life kind of, it's almost a life after the park, if you will. But it's nice. There's some plots that are super cool. There's the boys that are our best friend. What I absolutely adore is, yes, the boys are in jail, but Bubble isn't. So you kind of see some of the park. I would have liked to see more of the park, but it's okay. The show is fun. It's not the greatest thing I've ever saw, but it's not the worst thing I ever saw. It's quite enjoyable. I would have to watch it again. Not in the, because, for example, today, okay, so this is a cool story. I wasn't supposed to watch it today, but this phone, which is the one that I put every single every single playthrough of the tower, which is a lot. I filmed it and I put it on this phone, so I ended up being falling asleep because I was tired, and it didn't upload. So this phone was full, and this phone was full because it didn't upload. So I was stuck in I was stuck in a place where I couldn't do nothing because the two phones were full. I couldn't film. So yeah, so we took care of that. We cleaned it up. We also watched the entirety of second season, and most of the first season. So I watched it too fast to enjoy it, to really enjoy it. But yeah, it's cool. And the fact that we don't get the short, I when I first saw it, I was like, oh my god, it's not gonna be good because I already saw so much of it. I already saw so much of the shorts. I already saw so much of it. That's not gonna be enjoyable. But it was, and that's a plus. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Okay, so what's next? I was lost, I'm found, just the same. That is sound of the angel singing me to sleep. And I sat on the ground, and I'm in my dreaming instead. A cornucopia of opium is flooding my head. And I'm saying I am smart. All it takes is a spark to ignite my bad intention and do what I do best to your art. Subconsciously, we're doing content to feel less guilty. Proud of myself. Time management. Losing in morning. Workout trailer park boy chill. Um, don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the Commentary Show. Guys are doing well because they're having a wonderful, a wunderbar 17th of June 2025. We're gonna be eating today because your boy is dark. I haven't ate yet, and I am starving. So today we're talking about a cool subject, and it's a kind of like, you know what? I usually call these behind the scene. I usually call these, I'm gonna call this a diary entry, because it's cool. Yes, they're super loud. They came today to my apartment, her and her husband, to knock on the door, and they were knocking hard. And they were like, you're talking too much. I told them, complain to the owner, don't complain to me, complain to the owner. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, diary entry. So we had a call Friday about a job, possible job, which we are feeling queasy about. I like using the word queasy. Who uses queasy? Ingvendera does. Follow him. Little shameless plug if you don't mind. Gallagher style. If you got that reference, you're pretty cool. If you didn't get it, there's a show on HBO, I believe, or on Showcase, I don't remember, that was called Shameless, and it was about a family called the Gallaghers. So there you go. Reference explained, number one. I'm in a good mood, regardless. I mean, you know what I'm in a good mood for? I got a call today about the job and say, hey, we're gonna give you an interview. And I got a call after that, and it was the bully. And I blocked his number, but he called me with another number. And we had to talk, and I didn't feel like hanging up because I was like, you know what? I'm in a good mood. Let's talk to the guy. And it was a really good talk. It was talking about how he was doing okay in the NFL, how they were handling the situation. So that was kind of cool. I'm grateful that we had this talk. And yeah, to be honest, did I want to talk to him? Not really, but because we worked together for so long, you know. But at the same time, it was nice to hear from him. It was nice. You share your life with people, and even if they impact you in a positive or negative fashion, they're still part of your life. You know, life is a universe, and you're the center of that universe. So I had a possibility for work, right? And lately, I've been having a very big question. Am I what I'm doing? Am I doing videos as much as I'm doing because I like it or because it feels natural? For example, the biggest conundrum, the biggest question for me was I'm waking up, right? And the first thing I do is a TikTok live because it's just normal for me. But am I doing it because I want to do it or because it's normal to me? Am I doing by want or am I doing it by force of habits? And if it's force of habit, it's not healthy. If it's by want, fuck yeah, let's continue do what you want. But if it's force of habit, this is not good because you're not really doing things that you want. You're doing things that you feel that you need. For example, classical baby fever. All my friends are toxic. Attention. A little bit of baby look. All of my friends have kids, so I should have a kids. No, you shouldn't have a kid because you want a kid and you feel like you're ready for kids. Just putting it out there. Uh, this is, to me, this is unhealthy, but it's also really healthy. But then I had a job, and then it's really weird. It's really weird. This video is obnoxiously something that I don't want to do. But I like doing diary. I think I'm really thinking that I'm gonna start calling them diary entry because this is my whole life. This is my perception. These are part of my life, and I have to deal with them. So might as well film it because this is life, right? This is life. So what exactly happened is I had a job opportunity, and I did a video, and I went out. It was Sunday. We went out in a very nice landscape. You guys remember the shore? Well, not the shore. It's a dock, I guess. Yeah, let's call it a dock, a ship dock, and we made a video there, and it was fun. It was fun. But in this one, I was like, okay, well, how do I feel about working? Can I make videos? And it showed up in a different fashion. So now we're restarting to training. It's been 2 days. We've been working out. This job is gonna be physical. Can I work out, or will I be too tired? I don't know. But that's possibly gonna be one of the first changes that I'm gonna have to bring to the channel. But apart from that, you guys should realize that the reason why I'm making so much videos is because there's a need for social. And because there's a need for social, then we're socializing by talking to a camera. Make sense? Cool. So yeah, it's odd. It's really odd. It's really odd because if I work, I'm gonna be social, more social, but I need to do videos. And then there's a couple of things that happens. There's this first thing that happened that is, don't I need socials? Possibly not. Second thing that happened, am I too tired to make videos? Maybe I'm too tired to make videos, right? But I don't see myself making as much content working 8 hours than what I'm doing right now. And already the amount of videos I'm doing right now is a lot less than I was doing before, you know? So it's constantly going down and down and down until we don't do videos. I don't think that's gonna happen, but it could happen. You never know. So yeah, so this was complex, right? And then the question asked, how do you feel? The question I asked myself was, how do you feel making less videos? Are you okay with that? Are you at peace with knowing that you work less, right? Because you're a hard worker, right? You want to work. I was like, well, yeah, but if yes, I had this conversation, not out loud because I don't talk to myself, thankfully. But I had this conversation in my head, and it was like, are you okay with working less? And I was like, well, if I'm working a real job, then I'm still working as much, just in different fashions, right? It's like right now, what we're doing, and I know it's crazy, but we stream and we make videos. Those are the same thing. Those are both content, but they're a completely different thing, right? One is a video games, one is a personal life. This video is a personal diary entry, you know? And yeah. And then when I started talking about how if I had a real job, then I would work and I would somehow replace it. I was like, wait a second. This is such a big piece of information. If I have a real job and I'm working a real job, a real part of society, it is constantly working. This is not a job that I want to do. Making videos is what I want to do. So why am I okay with working a job that I don't want to work? Maybe, just maybe, it's not about the job that you're doing. It's the fact that you're working that's important, right? Maybe it's the fact that you're working that's important. Maybe if I wasn't working, I would be comfortable. More so, maybe I would be more comfortable working a job that I don't like than not working at all. Right? And this is lowering your standards, being realistic. So then I was like, okay, well, that's something big. That's a big piece of information in my own life. So then we had the third one, and the third one was also super important. And the third one was, am I making videos out of guilt? Out of guilt that we're not working. See, when this is really personal. This is psychological. This is possibly something that shrink would tell me take some medication. That's not normal. When I lost a job at PCT, when it closed, I was like, oh my god, I lost that job, you know? And then it was bad. It was bad. But then I was like, you know what? Let's make content, and I was happy to make content, and it was my dream. So I made content, and it was the perfect time, and I was having fun. My day started making content. My day finished making content. It was the best time. This is my favorite job, and it was, professionally speaking, some of the most fulfilling, but it's almost some of the most fun time that I had in my life. So that was really positive. That was really really positive. But it came at a price, because then we start working too much, and then we had a burnout. And during the last year, because we've been making content nonstop for a year, well, on a daily basis, nonstop, which is a lot more than a simple video per day. There was a point last year where the I want to make content became a need to make content. Well, this is supposed to be my job, so I have to grow the channel so that way I can monetize the channel. And I can monetize the channel, then I can pay the bills, right? Because there's bills to pay, of course. So maybe making videos became a guilt of not working, right? Maybe. Maybe it's something even worse than that. Maybe making this many videos was a coping mechanism. Was a coping mechanism to the fact that I wasn't working. See, to me, making content is working. To me, making content, posting it, finding some ideas, finding some content to talk about is work. But when you're constantly being told by close one that this is not a real job, this is not possible, you start to believe in it, and you start to question your own volition. And then, even if you start to question the fact that it's a job or not, if it's possible or not. If I was a kid that wanted to play basketball, and there's a time where in my life I realized that, oh, maybe this was just a dream, maybe it's not reality, you know. But at the same time, I got so much out of it. I got some new friends. I got to talk about my feelings. I got to explore life. I got to do things that I wouldn't do otherwise. I got to be more confident. I got to gain life experience, of course. And making content became kind of like a second nature. But it's second nature in the fact that it's not me. See, again, if it's not me, then it's Ink and Steph. The same person gets a different thing. You understand? This is how deep the iceberg go. I've been having problem with being Steph and being Ink because I feel like they're too close. Maybe that's also why. Maybe I feel guilt from not working. Maybe I feel guilt because if other people aren't perceiving this as a possibility and I am, I'm in denial. You know? I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know. I don't know. You know? Even right now, this is actually a perfect example. They're loud and they insult me almost on a daily basis. They came to knock at my door and give me shit. But at the same time, so I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna let that affect me, right? Because I'm stronger than that, and because this is how much of a dream. But what if it wasn't a dream, but just telling people, fuck you, right? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. There's definitely a part of guilt in that. See, the psyche of it is insane. It used to be, my parents told me, hey, find a job, find a job, find a job. And it used to be a big insult or step in the back. Because I'm like, I'm working, you just don't see it. I'm working, this is a dream, you just don't believe in me. And then it slowly became like, even if I believe in it, I'm disappointing them. That's not the goal, that's not what I want.
Hey, tabarnak! Hello?
Oui.
Dans moi, on est en train de manger.
OK.
On a petit balai, là.
J'ai pas de balai dans les mains, j'ai les mains dans les poches.
Ouais, c'est l'autre. C'est l'autre avec son balai en haut, là.
Ben, j'ai rien fait.
Pas de bruit.
Okay, okay. I love you guys, bye.
Okay, yo.
so good. Yeah, that's okay. Keep the bucket.
Thank you. Don't blink if you blink. The a big don't believe me. And then it slowly became like, even if I believe in it, I'm disappointed them. That's not the goal. That's not what I want.
Hey, Kabama! Hello?
Wait. Ok. J'ai pas de balai dans les mains. J'ai mis les poches. Mais j'ai rien fait. Ok, ok. J'ai rien fait.
Hey, Kabama! Hello?
Wait. Ok. J'ai pas de balai dans les mains. J'ai mis les poches. Mais j'ai rien fait. Ok, ok. Okay? That's not the goal. That's not what I want.
Hey, Kabama! Hello?
Wait. Okay? J'ai pas de balai dans les mains. J'ai mis les poches. Mais j'ai rien fait. Ok, ok. When worlds collide.
What's up la gang? C'est juste pour vous dire de vous. What's up la gang? C'est juste. Is this some? Mobile game?
Regardez la minceur, le croustillant de la viande. Review, Smash Burger, écrapou. Leur écrapouti, leur Smash Burger qui a l'air incroyable. Sauce maison, jalapeno, le burger est énorme, bacon. Je sais pas comment je vais faire pour manger ça, mais... Oh my God. Ça, c'est mon style de Smash Burger. Super.
Hello. 6 hours in and I.
Every time we eat, I get mad at Jacob because he'll house his entire meal while I'm on my first bite. Right now, Buffalo Wild Wings is doing all you can eat. We're gonna test how much of a garbage disposal he is.
Love you guys, bye. I'm disappointed that you just don't see it. I'm working, this is a dream, you just don't believe in me. And then it slowly became like, even if I believe in it, I'm disappointed that that's not the goal, that's not what I want.
Hey, tabarnak! Hello?
Wait!
Dans la boîte, on est en train de manger.
Ok?
On a du balai, là.
J'ai pas de balai dans les mains, j'ai les mains dans les poches.
Allez là! C'est l'autre avec son balai en haut, là.
Mais j'ai rien fait.
Ok, ok.
Is boneless or traditional for like tacos?
Even right now, they insult me. For life, I got to do things that I wouldn't do otherwise. I got to be more confident. I have no clue. I don't know. I don't know. You know? Even right now, this is actually a perfect example. They're loud and they insult me almost on a daily basis. They came to knock at my door and give me shit. But at the same time, so I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna let that affect me, right? Because I'm stronger than that, because this is how much of a dream. But what if it wasn't a dream, but just telling people, fuck you, right? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. There's definitely a part of guilt in that. See, the psyche of it is insane. It used to be, my parents told me, hey, find a job, find a job, find a job. And it used to be a big insult or something back. Because I'm like, I'm working, you just don't see it. I'm working, this is a dream, you just don't believe in me. And then it slowly became like, even if I believe in it, I'm disappointing them. That's not the goal, that's not what I want. Wait. Okay.
J'ai pas de ballon dans les mains, j'ai mis les poches. Mais j'ai rien fait.
Okay, okay.
If we're doing bonus, I think I can do. What's up, la gang? C'est juste pour vous dire de pas.
Degustation Dollarama, vidéo qui m'a tant été demandée par vous, le cher public. Donc aujourd'hui, je suis allé magasiner chez Dollarama, je suis allé faire du gros shipping. Je suis sorti de là.
Hey there. You said your call to our voice message system.
Je suis tanné en tabarnak, là. Chris, je parle. Hi, Mom.
Je peux pas te parler parce que j'ai le meeting du condo. Est-ce qu'il y a quelque chose d'important?
No, I just want to tell you I love you and I was hoping that you were doing good.
Are you okay, Mama?
Everything is okay, Ma. It's just because this morning I felt like you weren't doing good, so I was a bit worried. But if you tell me you're good, you're good.
Yeah, and I received an email that the peach and mango are in stock
Oh, Mama, that's too nice. Mama, enjoy your meeting. It's you guys are having meeting at 9:53.
Yeah, well, we have to. I have to go now. Okay.
But good luck, Ma. I hope everything's okay.
Yeah, yeah, Mom. Okay.
Bye. Okay. At least she's okay. Ugh.
Don't blink as you blink. Welcome to Conversation. Wait! Even if I believe in it, I'm still pointing down. That's not the goal, that's not what I want. Wait! Okay? J'ai pas de balai les mains, j'ai les mains des poches. Mais j'ai rien fait. Ok.
Plus, we've got stuff to cozy, and I need a baby shower outfit. I think we did alright. I've got clothes.
I've got
Baby
clothes.
stuff.
Yeah.
I love these tools because you just drop everything in and it recognises everything.
You
so
literally just don't even have to do it one by one. You just throw it in.
it just knows what it is. That's magic. That's witchcraft. Imagine this, like back in
You're
the
doing
day.
it one by one though. You're not like right. Ready?
No way.
It literally just knows everything instantly.
That's crazy.
It is,
That's
isn't it?
crazy.
What?
The price. That's a big price. Surely we should go and get food now. We've been shopping for at least like half an hour. That means food.
10 minutes left.
Oh yeah, we pre-ordered, so we have to wait, right? Well, somehow we've ended up in John Lewis.
Well, thing is, right? Nothing
What's
fits.
the thing?
Well, we're going on holiday. We're going on a baby moon. Nothing fits me.
We're in the same boat, Bab. I actually can't get into any of my jeans. Ah. Would you put this on for me and sing Whistle While You Work? Yeah. Why not?
How much is it? Tell you in a minute. Absolutely not.
What do you mean, absolutely not? Get me out of here immediately.
Hey everyone, it's me, Miss Crystal, and welcome back to yet another Miss Crystal's Food Reviews and other.
Don't blink. It's your blink. Welcome to the Computer Show.
And guess what the other?
Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day on this 17th June 2025. I have been getting a lot of complaints lately about this. So, you guys have been complaining about the neighbors and how loud they are, and the fact that you can almost hear them in every single video that I do. Right? So, the simplest thing to do would be to film in the house, right? In an apartment. Which I could do. But then I have a balcony. And if you live in Canada, you know that the weather, where you can actually enjoy the outside, is about 4 months a year. Right? That's 120 days. Okay? Which means 4 years, 4 months, I'm sorry. I'm a bit pissed right now because I just had a verbal fight with them. Because they insult me and shit like that, and they're always insulting me and they're always giving me shit. So why don't I make the videos inside? Because if they were nicer, and they asked me, hey, can you please go inside to film? Possibly will. But the very first thing that they said would be, shut the fuck up, right? So, they're bullies. Now, in my book, you don't let bully walk over you. So, I'm sorry for the noise. I'm sorry for the loudness of it. I wish it was a solution, but I'm not gonna allow people to dictate how I live, especially people that don't deserve the attention, that don't deserve my time of day. I literally had a fight with them, and guess what? It's on camera, so you'll see that in another video soon. Anyway, love you guys. Peace.
Rock could be the last one doing. Because he's an idiot.
What's up, la gang? la gang? C'est juste pour vous dire de pas. What's up la gang? C'est juste pour.
Degustation. I have no clue. I'm emotional. And the welcome to the Vicom Tertial. Good thing welcome to having a wonderful day. Fuck it, almost I'm tearing up, dude. I'm so pissed off. I just did a video and intro. Public I have no clue. I don't know. Deep this is a dream. J'ai pas de ballon dans les mains, j'ai mis les poches. Degustation dollar Emma. Vidéo qui me
23.
Typically, bonus wings are like 18.
I just drove. Oh, cause you got that.
Salut, je m'appelle Jacques.
T'as-tu l'impression de vivre de quoi que t'as pas vécu mais que tu te rappelles par cœur? J'ai pas compris ce que t'as dit, mais c'est exactement ce que t'as dit. En final, on est bien. On est bien ensemble.
Degustation dollar.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody walking on the face of the earth trying to judge J-Rock. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? But I ain't shook because motherfuckers try to take me out and stuff, but they can't, right? You know what I'm saying?
Saying no.
Hola, hola. ¿Sabías que existe un...
Yes.
Is this homemade Philly cheesesteak better than from a local sandwich shop? Let's find out.
Ink work.
I call it, you know.
13 gigs. Sheesh.
And we're back with some.
Regarde, regarde, regarde. Regarde, 4.
Tower.
Problem solved.
Désolé pour le retard, j'ai eu un petit souci à régler ce soir. I'm here, puis la Pomino. I'm
have my show. Okay, I'm good. I'm good.
JB.
Dominic, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. Guess you're doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on the 17th, June 2025. I am so sorry. Today's gonna be a stream without my mic. I had a fight with my neighbors. It didn't. I'm about to start talking about a fight, like physical, but insults and shit like that, and I don't feel like talking. So you'll have to forgive me, but I'm not gonna talk.
On tapote, on partage. On fait monter ça tout plat. Chocolat. Bon. Assez mangé. Je suis bien. Bon. Es-tu là, Charlien? Qu'est-ce qu'il gagne? Sûrement un autre excuse qu'il va avoir à faire pour pas se loguer. Ça m'étonnerait pas. Vous en pensez quoi? Eh oui, j'ai la canne à tomato charrier. Elle est sur la table, mais tant qu'il est pas là, je la sors pas. Quand il va être là, ben, je vais la sortir. Hey, Éloi, t'as déduit ça tout seul? Bravo, mon champion! Ben oui, je fais toujours mes cheveux comme ça. C'est pas un dégradé, on appelle ça un slip. Salut, Bad Angel. Dans le fond, C'est quoi je disais? Ah. Allô, Lily, on appelle ça le skin fade. Choque-toi pas. Je suis bien calme. Ah oui, c'est ça, Éloi, c'est à toi que je parlais.
Sorry guys.
Bravo, garçon, t'as bien déduit que je suis
sorry.
le gars des justiciers. Mais oui.
It's like I owe you an explanation. So a month ago, we had new neighbors in the building, and those new neighbors weren't the nicest people. Especially the wife. The wife is always screaming. She's always a douchebag. She gives me shit. She tells me to shut up because I'm making videos outside. On my balcony. Not on the common balcony, but on my balcony. 4 floors, by the way, above her. Right? And she's giving me shit. And she says things like, if I see you, I'm gonna slap you. She says things like, shut the fuck up. Lately, she gave me a... you know what? She told me, I'm gonna fucking kill you. But she's drunk, so... Does it affect...
Dites-moi c'est quoi qui vous a choqué tant que ça de cette émission-là. Honnêtement, dites-moi c'est quoi que...
It's bad because it's what she said was bad, but she's drunk, so she can kind of blame the alcohol for her behavior. Doesn't excuse it, right? I was pretty good at managing it because when she's not drunk, she's actually pretty quiet. She's actually pretty nice. So it was about 2 or 3 times a week. So I have the peace most of the time. Thing changed this morning though. Or I don't know if it's her boyfriend or her husband came in and knocked at my door, and he was knocking aggressively. So I'm like, okay, what's up? Because I don't know him. I said, yeah, can I help you? So then he told me, you're garbage, because for some reason they think that whoa. They put, I throw my garbage out of the balcony, right? Which sucks because I don't, but at the same time, somebody does, and that's disgusting, and that's very shameful. However, I'm not getting... It's nuts because they don't ask anybody else. It's automatically, oh, it's this guy. You know, it's automatically me. They didn't ask anybody else, which fucking sucks, right? So then, what ended up happening is, he gave me shit, right? And then he came back another time today, so twice in the same day, to tell me, hey, you're talking too much on the balcony. I want you to make your videos inside. And I'm like, who the fuck are you? So I don't pay attention. I'm like, fuck you, and I keep on making my videos. And then they were screaming. They were screaming. So that's why, and it went far. Now I have people knocking at my doors. I have neighbors are pissed at me. They shouldn't know my apartment. They know my apartment, so they have free reign coming to a knock, and it's a fucking mess. Am I loud? No, because you can hear them in the video screaming. So am I loud? I'm louder than a lot of my neighbors. Yes. Yes, I am louder than most of my neighbors. And yes, I talk a lot on the balcony, it's true. But you're gonna tell me to that you're doing too much when you're the loudest neighbor in the building. Right? So it was nuts. It sucks. And it sucks because it's not once, it's not twice. I got people complaining that, hey, they can hear my neighbor, which I understand, but my neighbors are bullies. If you allow bully to bully you, they'll bully you your whole life. I live in this building, dude. It's not like I was going some places and I just can avoid the place. This is my home. And I can make the videos inside, but if I make the videos inside, I'm bothering people. It's bothering some kind of people. It's not the same people, but I'm still bothering people.
avec Charrier, mais si on prévoit les choses à l'avance, ça va me faire plaisir. Oui, ma fille? Il est temps. Il est temps, papa. Oui.
That sucks. That really sucks.
T'es plus le fun tout seul. Ben non! Ben non, ben non!
I don't know, guys. And it just really bugged me because it's constant, and I get mad. So the thing is with me, there is this. You're gonna be learning this, well, in one way or the other. But I'm a simple guy. I get mad, but then I cool down easily. That kind of sucks.
Il est bien là, Charrier, tout le temps. C'est quoi, mon Alex? Tu t'es-tu rechargé pour le péter à soir, quoi? Lily, garde tes sous pour contre Charrier, on en a besoin. Sérieux, mec? C'est quoi, Lily, t'es back on track à soir, là? T'as prévu péter Charrier au moins une game?
Yeah.
Salut, Katan. J'espère qu'il va y avoir du monde qui vont garnoter contre Charrier, parce que for real, là, moi, là, je veux qu'on l'éclate ici à soir. Pas de pitié, pas de tendresse, Bagdad dans ses fesses. Ah, ça m'étonne pas, Lily. Quand t'écris oups comme ça veut dire que t'es ready. Ça fait longtemps, mais je pense que. Sérieux? Il y a un bit pas loin, le mec. Et carré dans
Yeah.
cette émission-là, Charles.
So I'm just gonna be. I'm just gonna talk because I'm in a bad mood, and you guys deserve me at my best, not me at my worst. However, I feel like playing games because we're watching TikTok battles. One, but two, I wanna just have fun. So yeah.
Avec ma soeur Geneviève. J'ai un peu de retard, gang, j'avais quelque chose à faire. Tu sais, j'ai une vie en dehors. On va s'arranger pour que Charrier se donne des baffes en tant que. Inquiétez-vous pas.
I wanna make this whole thing go down.
S'il peut arriver. Il commence à être long, mon affaire. Non, il est pas encore là. Pas grave, guys, on est rendu à 10 000 gemmes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Get 1v1, hein. Bennett, tomate. Salut, Eric.
I love this.
Mais le mec, il avait raison. Ouais. Vous savez quoi, avec Charrier, là? Toutes les possibilités sont possibles. C'est ça qui est étonnant, ce gars-là. On sait jamais.
Okay.
Tellement on demande rien. On demande pas d'argent à personne.
Interesting.
S'il veut jouer à le mec qui sait comment faire, il n'y a pas besoin de jouer de monde. Merci. Ça fait plusieurs fois que j'avise le monde, là.
Good.
Parfait. L'important, c'est que tu leur fasses pas. Merci, Tadak.
I have a really good weapon here.
Ah, merci. Prends son temps, le Charrier, le guerrier. On va aller faire un match contre Coldface 1. What's up, mon boulon? Des colis! Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Tu veux faire un match? Ah ouais. Oh ouais non! Ah ouais non! Là, je vais te faire péter par
Yeah, not my favorite song. Not my favorite song. Do shit.
Yo, big. Yo, man.
Don't blink. If you blink, welcome for confession. Don't blink, it's your baby. Don't blink, it's your baby. Don't blink, it's your baby.
qu'elle veut, elle? Qu'est-ce qu'elle veut, elle? Arrête de m'inviter, esti. Pappuccino, oh.
The funniest thing that Eric ever said. Yo, buddy, Joven. I think glass. Ooh. Fucking douchebag.
cheated on. She told him about, he called her. No, call her. Oh, this is the best. I'll call her, ran her out on the air. Saw Bubba's girl out and saw her picking up another guy. And called on the air and told Bubba what she was seeing. She would find the car she was driving and everything. What?
Because if he's a public guy, let's just know the girlfriend that the other girlfriend knew about.
I don't know. It got old, and like I said, I've been out of the car. But the thing was that Bubba said after all that, he forgave her and stayed with her.
Well, of course.
And he said, that's how much of a pussy I am.
That means she knew something.
She doesn't true. Talking at 500.
How long is this 5 on him? Fire, I love you guys. Oh, yeah, great job. We need fire. I don't like it, man. I like we got enough shit on the channel side. A lot of these do. This is a positive one.
He does not. He does your show. He does what another sport acts and also again, that's about it. I mean, when we get you, you talk about the sport guy. Like, I don't think Bubba really stepped in. I think Bubba also realized his celebrity being taken away by you. But they always mention Howard Stern and then add Bubba to the one.
Look, I'll give you the bottom line. I don't say that everyone on our us like Bubba. I think Bubba has his own fans. And I feel, as far as me taking anything away from Bubba, Bubba will be the first to tell you, he was untouchable on the radio. He had been branded by Clear Channel and Outlaw that, they put out the mark on him. And I think he's very grateful that he's back in broadcasting and back on a high-profile situation. And he's been nothing but a gentleman. I know he puts 100% into that show.
Let me tell you how much. Yesterday, the other question I heard on the show was, who would you give a kidney to? And Bubba said, I would give anybody, in his close circle there. He said he'd give, Branson a kidney, he'd give Spike Boy a kidney, he'd give Manson a kidney. And he said, and the Howard Stern show, because that's our immediate family too. Any one of us could have Bubba's kidney.
I will say that. You don't believe it. I don't believe that. You don't say kidney.
I'll leave Bubba back to one point in his career.
Of course.
Who has?
He's not this here. He's not too loyal. He's a younger boy. That's all.
Well, okay, it's a business relationship. I understand that. I think he has a genuine affection.
No, he's making a kidney.
I think that's right. He's against you, to be honest with you.
Well, he might be, but I don't know.
Yeah, again.
Maybe 5 dollars.
Yeah, I understand.
I mean, that's our friend.
And he's ready to go for it.
I got a kidney from Bubba where the guy like getting signed for some reason. Enjoy something else.
I think he's the understand. Why?
Did you really have a serious radio, dude? Does not work right now.
All right, hold on.
That works.
What is it?
Hey, Artie, according to Bubba, you don't have to worry about it. You're too much of a drunk for him to give you your kidney. You are the one and only person that he said he wanted to give a kidney to in the house death.
Okay, well, I don't give a shit.
Ben, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hey.
House?
Yeah.
Okay, this is Ben.
Hey, Ben.
Ben what?
Okay, Ben.
Oh, I thought you were saying, okay.
Oh, my God.
I'm about to hang up on you, Ben.
No, please don't, man.
Well, hurry up.
No, well, my girl was talking. No, okay, guys. No, she's running away now. We were getting a sex on the air, but now she's running away.
You were going to have sex on the air?
We were going to try.
Go ahead and try.
No, yeah.
No, she's in the bathroom now.
Get her out.
She's home. She ain't gone. Come on, I was talking to her.
I'm here. What's wrong with it?
Oh, she's talking to her.
Okay.
Oh, I need to get later.
Everything needs to be done. So
Oh,
let's
no,
take
no,
her
no,
out.
no, you want to have sex.
No, I need to wait any time, but she doesn't feel like you're talking. We can make right now. We can make any time. No, no, we can go right into it.
Yeah, we're doing all kinds of shit. Let's break into it today.
No,
I gotta go. Well, I'm just going to go.
First, you said she doesn't like your son, and then you're going to cover it there.
What douche? That was creepy. All right, Erica. Enough American Idol discussion. Let's get something else to say.
Oh, two things. I know he's buried that information, and the person don't expect me to talk to you how I am anymore. I know who you are. I'm talking to you later.
Hey, Ben.
So giving that out.
It's part of it.
What did they get up?
They gave out the information that he sent an email to Ryan Seacrest.
Saying you have a line for Miami again?
Yeah, with your former guest, Jaden Ford.
What a shame. What's
I don't know, but don't put a hit out on him.
By the way, congratulations, Eric. I mean, third most popular music in the world. It's behind Radio Just a guy I've never heard of.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he won that distinction on the website. Did you want to look at that, Eric?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Howard Stern Show is pleased to congratulate Eric the Midget for coming in as the number 3 midget of all time. Way to go, Eric. And let's keep reaching for the stars. Congratulations, Eric. And tonight we'll find out whether or not our movement worked.
All right. Now, how much of this?
Yeah, how much money you spent on air on tickets for that for you to see the first flight?
Yes, Chris.
Hey, Eric, Miss Jones on?
Yeah.
Hey, Eric, I'm a teacher in high school, man. I got the whole high school looking for Shanghai.
What did you do, Eric?
We can play.
How many students? 5.
No, I got 100 students come to my class every day. We're all looking for St. John's.
What did you do, Eric? Boil the game.
Yeah, that makes you shut up.
When was our vote for?
Yes.
When was our vote for Heather Mills? That's what's wrong.
Watch out, dude. Eric will report you Ryan Seacrest.
I'm taking names.
If I find out what school you're with, Ryan Seacrest will start something with you.
St. John's going to do the next American Idol. Everything about that, buddy.
That would be good fun.
Yeah, we got rid of the whole school.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Did you see Simon on that last day when, he had to present the American Idol in his bedgiant?
The balloons come down. See?
So we can fly air balloons at the American Idol.
Fly out of the ceiling. See the balloons. Shut them out.
St. I know.
Eric, you gotta be nervous now.
No. No, I don't need to write. If I have a recorded comment from somebody, I'm hoping to meet later.
Who is it?
A former Idol contestant at the last seat.
And you're saying that they're gonna record a special message?
I'm going to take a recorder with me and ask him a couple questions regarding this whole thing and what their thoughts are on it, what their thoughts are on you saying this. So,
All right, go ahead.
Can't wait for this.
they're making up traffic in areas because a driver brand ice cream. Whereas it's owned in East Coast East.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Eric, and thank you to Chris, the high school teacher. Thanks, Chris.
All right, Howard.
Bye, Eric.
But,
Bye for now.
Eric's gonna have a good day. He's going to be an Idol contestant.
No, it's not. You shouldn't be anybody.
You think he won't get out there?
I see people in China. They're forcing people.
They run when they do.
They get nervous. They don't want to get down the press. They need a wheelchair.
Sure, wheelchair.
Right.
c'est que pour eux, 6 mois, ça représente une portion phénoménale de leur vie.
I have no clue.
He said it couldn't be done. He said it, but they... I'm flying! Oh. I don't feel any different. What did you do? You must kill me.
Thank you.
Might pay off my bounty this time. Walk into the city of free man. Hi. He said it couldn't be done. He said it, but they... I'm flying! Oh. I don't feel any different. What did you do? You must kill.